Hello! Today I thought I would do one of those videos that I think a lot of people have done, which is ranking your bias group's albums. So this is my preferred album order for my bias group, Girls' Generation. I did all of their Korean stuff, so all the full albums, mini albums, and I also did all of the Japanese stuff, so it's all together. So let's go ahead and get started. So my least favorite album in the sNSD discography is Hoot, actually. It's not a very long mini album. It only has 5 songs, and the only song I like on this is Hoot. I don't know. I love the concept. Didn't love the mini album. So, Hoot. The next album slash repackage, because I just put them together because I think that made the most sense, that I liked was sNSD's original, like, Girls' Generation slash the repack Baby Baby. Mostly this is because Girls' Generation isn't my favorite Girls' Generation. So obviously when this came out, this made a lot of sense for them to do. So like Girls' Generation's a pretty good song. I do like Ooh La La, Baby Baby's fine. Complete is a classic. Kissing is pretty good, but kind of basically the second half of this album is not my favorite, I guess. But yeah, like I said, Girls' Generation just isn't my favorite, so that's why it's up towards here at the bottom. And then we have Jeannie. So Jeannie is a great single. I love Jeannie as a title track. This album, again, not a ton of stuff that I was in love with. Oh, it's down here, yeah. So like I said, Jeannie's fine. I don't like Girlfriend and Boyfriend mostly. My Child is and like some ballads, I don't know. Overall this wasn't my favorite. I didn't like sort of the types of tracks that were on this. Jeannie, again, classic single. Everything else I'm not really a big fan of. And then in a similar vein, the next of my least favorite is G. I guess this kind of, again, follows that Cutesy Girls' Generation. So Cutesy Girls' Generation, not my favorite phase. It's a good thing, I guess, I didn't get into them at that time. I will say G is great. Way to Go is great. Dear Mom is a good song, although it's sad. I really like Let's Talk About Love, and Destiny is okay. So that's kind of why it's up there. This one definitely had more songs that I liked on it. And now we kind of move into around-ish the era I was getting into Girls' Generation. So the next album that I like in my list ranking is O/Run Devil Run. I think fairly similarly, I'm going to use this one because it's a better track list. Run Devil Run is probably my favorite title track from them, or one of my favorite title tracks, if not one of my favorites. Echo is like my favorite song. I actually think that's probably my favorite song by Girls' Generation. I think this has a pretty good list of track stuff. Like Be Happy is pretty fun. Obviously is great. Fun Sweet Talking Baby, great. Show Me Show. A lot of people really like Star 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 as a ballad, which is not my cup of tea particularly. And then you have G and Jeannie, which is great. So if you didn't have those songs already, it's kind of a good set to pick up. Also a fun era. I liked a lot of the styling for this, but not overall my favorite musically. And then my next least kind of favorite, I guess, I don't know what number we're at now, is Mr. Mister. This actually took a really long time to grow on me, and it's kind of why it's more middling in my list. I really loved the title track. Mr. Mister was great. Unfortunately, this doesn't have like a good title track page. And then I think when I first was listening to this, I liked Soul. And I didn't like any of the other songs on this album, which now they've definitely all grown on me, but especially Goodbye. Goodbye is like a great song now. But yeah, when this first came out, I only liked Mr. Mister, so that's kind of why it's lower on my list. And then we get The Boys, which you would think would actually be one of the higher ones on my list. This is the first album I ever really listened to from Girls' Generation. When I bought it, I listened to it nonstop. It was like my favorite thing. And now I just don't think the songs have aged that well. Like, My J is not great. What else is on this album? I can't even remember completely now. The Boys is a pretty good title track. The English Situation is less so. Say Yes is fine. Trick, as every so on knows, like the best Girls' Generation song that didn't get a music video. So I mean that kind of redeems it. Telepathy is fine. Say Yes. I actually really like the ballad from this. How Great Is Your Love is probably one of my favorite ballads from sNSD. My J is terrible. Top Secret's fun. I like Oscar. Lazy Girl is cute. Sunflower's fine. Vitamin is kind of weird. Mr. Toxic Rumors. So most of this album is fine. There's just a couple things I didn't really like, which is kind of why, again, it's more middling, despite being the first Girls' Generation album I ever bought. Oh, sorry. Mr. Taxi also is the repack for that, and I didn't show that. So the next album, so now we're getting into top 5. So this is my 5th favorite one, right? Hold on. 5, 4. Yes, that's my 5th favorite one. Is I Got a Boy, their 4th full-length album. I still to this day love this album, but at the time when this was released, this was like my favorite one. I listen to this nonstop. I still love it. I Got a Boy is a great title track. Let me take this off for the purposes of discussing the album. So I Got a Boy is a great title track. Dancing Queen is also great. Talk Talk, Baby Maybe, Promise, Express 999. Really, these songs have aged great. This album came out a couple years ago and it's still pretty good. I really liked Romantic Street a lot, the last song on the album. And I think it holds up really well. And it also helps that it's a fun concept and a crazy title track. Next, at number 4 is their most recent release, which is Lionheart / You Think. I've listened to this nonstop, still love it. It's been in my car for quite a while now. The only song, I think, as I said on my collection video update thing, that I didn't super like, Party, is kind of weak, and Showgirls is kind of terrible. But everything else on here is gold. So to get basically 11, because Party's not even that bad, 11 songs of quality content is pretty good, I think. And I think this is going to age pretty well too. And I'm happy that it was a dual release. So, both versions. And now we kind of get into probably what, if you are a Seohyun or even a minor Girls' Generation fan, the obvious ones. My third favorite album from Girls' Generation is their first Japanese album. Here's the repackaged Girls' Generation. What I really like about this is all of the original tracks are just really, really good. Like Yoholic, Mr. Taxi even, Bad Girl. Bad Girl's one of their like best songs. Born to Be a Lady, Beautiful Stranger. This whole album is golden, honestly. And even the Japanese remakes of all these songs are pretty good. What you get on this as an addition is just the voice in Japanese and like a remix version of Bad Girl, which is whatever, but I just think this was a really solid album and a really great way to like introduce themselves to the Japanese market, and I think it was really successful for them. My second favorite album, so we're almost with number 1, is, drumroll please, their third Japanese album, Love and Peace. I really love the concept of this album, but in terms of the track list, I don't love some stuff quite as much. I really love Galaxy Supernova, Love and Girls, Beep Beep, and My Oh My, which were the singles off of this album. But outside of that, I didn't dig many of the other songs, except Karma Butterfly, which is like criminally underrated. I almost feel like, I don't know, yeah, like I said, the singles on this were really good. I think Galaxy Supernova is honestly one of my favorite Japanese songs. But as a cohesive album overall, it's not my favorite one. It's not the one I'm seeing myself go back to time and again, despite, again, this being probably my favorite Japanese concept that they did. So, for those keeping track at home, my favorite album ever from Girls' Generation, and also probably is not a surprise if you watched my other video collection, is sNSD's second Japanese album, Girls and Peace. So what I really like about this one, is how solid end-to-end this album is. So Flower Power is amazing. I Am a Diamond is amazing. Stay Girls is a really great song that kind of touches your heart. T.O.P. Top is also great, especially if you have been a long time Seohyun. All My Love Is For You is a beautiful ballad. I love Paparazzi. The O remake is also really great. Not Alone. Girls in Peace, all of this entire album makes me really happy when I listen to it. And I think it's a great testament to really kind of coming into their own in Japan and kind of doing what they did in their first album, but better, in my opinion. So yeah, that is my top ranking all of Girls' Generation albums. I'd be interested in hearing your opinions down below. What are your favorite sNSD albums? If you want to rank them all, go to town. If you haven't listened to them all or don't have an opinion on all of them, just tell me what your favorite one is. And hopefully, if you haven't already done this for your bias group, you should do it because it's pretty fun. And it's kind of interesting to think about like how you would rank their own music and all that kind of stuff. But yeah. Oh, the other thing of note, I have a Google Plus page thing now. If that's a thing you're into, if you want to like connect with me outside of just the videos, I will put a link down in the description below for that. I post with semi-regularity, and I'm pretty decent about, you know, going and looking at other people's posts and responding to them, because it's kind of a fun way to talk about stuff in a quicker kind of format than videos. But yeah, so if you're interested, that'll be down there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!